The police chief in Seattle calling out her own city officials, presumably including the mayor, this Jenny Durkin. Here's the police chief, Carmen Best. Now, you understand, 6 blocks. There are reports of people walking around with semi-automatic weapons, these violent Antifa types. There are reports that businesses are being shaken down. You got to pay a fee or some kind of fine if you're going to, it's like the mafia. We're going to get a shakedown from you. You got to pay some money. The police chief characterized it yesterday. This is from Grabian and YouTube. This is Seattle Police Chief Carmen Best.
I want to update you all on the situation at the East Precinct. The decision to board up the precinct, our home, the first precinct I worked in, was something I have been holding off. You should know, leaving the precinct was not my decision. You fought for days to protect it. I asked you to stand on that line, day in and day out, to be pelted with projectiles, to be screamed at, threatened, and in some cases hurt. Then to have a change of course nearly 2 weeks in, it seems like an insult to you and our community. Ultimately, the city had other plans for the building and relented to severe public pressure.
Other plans for the building? You mean like the police abandoned their own police station so that the protesters can take over? Well, yeah, that's the Seattle mayor's answer. Here she was last night on CNN with Chris Cuomo.
So I don't have to tell you about the situation on the ground in your city, but in terms of how it looks to the rest of the country and the president teeing it up as basically ineptitude, the inability to control your own streets, is that fair criticism?
So I know it will shock you that the president is perhaps not giving an accurate or truthful picture. We've got 4 blocks in Seattle that you just saw pictures of that is more like a block party atmosphere. It's not an armed takeover. It's not a military junta. We will make sure that we can restore this, but we have block parties and the like in this part of Seattle all the time. It's known for that. So I think the president, number one, there is no threat right now to the public, and we're taking that very seriously. We're meeting with businesses and residents. But what the president threatened is illegal and unconstitutional. And the fact that he can think he can just tweet that and not have ramifications is just wrong.
The rage that's directed to the president it just sometimes is remarkable. And for the mayor to lash out and say that, for the president to say we got to take our cities back. This is still the United States of America. He is the president of the United States of America, and he's witnessing what the police chief said was essentially a mandated takeover, and the mayor makes it about Trump rather than about her own city and her own directives, evidently, to give up the neighborhood to protesters and anarchists. I'm telling you, if we don't have if there's not a backlash to what we're witnessing in America, there is no hope.